We are now live. We are the Mad Scientists. I'm Mad Frankie. This is Violet Igor. And together we make the Mad Scientists. Got you there before you.
Ha ha
There you
ha.
go.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm out of here. Bye bye.
well, this is the test piece. Now, this is the new camera, so I'm thinking it's looking lovely from here. But whether it will when we upload it, we'll have to find out. This is a test piece where I used the pen marker, uh, masking marker. Yeah. And I've taken all the other bits off, and this is ready. The other one that you paint on, I can get off with my fingernail, but it's recommended not to use your fingers. So this one, I couldn't really get it off with my fingers or my fingernail because it wasn't doing anything when I tried. But with the eraser, it comes off beautifully. A little bit there, and there you are. Lovely, really nice. So that was the test, putting colour over the marker. So the marker does work quite well. Now, of course, you just want to go in and do things with it. So, the result of that one doing the hole, or obstacles, as Jean Haines calls it, obstacles. And I just thought, seeing as how this is such a nicer camera, even better results, let's have a look at this one.
Oh, wow.
Go further out. So this is the one I did last time, and I couldn't really get very close with it because the camera wasn't up to it. And I'm hoping this one is a bit better. So now you can see how when I use the oak gall ink, I just use little bit suggestions. I mean, I could actually have used less than I've used here already. But it did come out so much better than I thought it was going to. And I think it's partly due to the lovely wash and using that Kuretake maroon, because that's what did this in the corner up here. It's beautiful, really lovely. And that lovely yellow. I think it was can yellow. I can't remember now. But it's in the previous one, which may or may not have very good sound, but you can hear something. So there we are. That's what we have done so far. So let's see what else we can do. So I've got this one. Sorry, my voice would have gone funny that way. With that nice size. It's which one is this? It's oh there we are. It's just the watercolor paper, 20 sheets. Doesn't say anything more about it. I got it from something Tiger, Flying Tiger, which is a Danish Copenhagen company. They have a shop in our town, so I was lucky enough to be able to just walk in there and say, I want some of that. So that's what I used. So now I want to do a couple of techniques, one of which requires cling film and salt. That would be fun. Another one, which Jean Haines calls the seaweed technique, which is 2 washes. So we need another one to put a wash on. So I think I need to take this off here so as to be ready. But I wanted to show you it because it really turned out rather nice. By the way, you can easily tell where the it's not glued down because that bit is where the ink, the paint soaked through. This is the Langton, this one. So this is £300, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember the weight. I thought you said it was pretty heavy.
£140, isn't it? There we are. So that one can go away. So now we've got 2 the same size, but this one is the Langton, which is, as I said, 300 GSM, £140. Yes. Good. And it's on a block, so I can put wet water on it. It won't be a problem. So let's do that one first. get this one out of the way, and we'll do this one because we need a wash to dry before we can do the next bit for the seaweed technique. So I'm going to put different areas of different colours and then let that dry, and then come back and put some other colours in different places, overlapping some areas. That's the idea. Remember that, because I'll forget it. I also later want to do a bit with foil, see what difference that makes, because I've heard people mentioning, I thought it was Jean Haines, but I've looked through the books at the back where she puts techniques, and it isn't mentioned there. But somebody mentioned using foil. It might have been her in an earlier one, or it might have been that new one where, where's it gone? Painting abstracts, the abstract techniques. These ones by Rolina van Vliet. In one of these, I've got a feeling it's either in these or in the Jean Haines, because those are the ones I've been looking at recently. So I'll have a look at those later. So let's do some washes. Here, Turkey. If I put that over there, then I can see it when I'm using this. And it'll be that way up to match the thingy. You know what a thingy is. It's a swatchy bit.
It's a whatchamajigger.
Yes, a hoojamaflit. Right. We want some, a mop, I think is, or a quill rather, is. Open up some water. I'm going to open up 2. So we've got 1 to, oh, yes, just. See, if I put the hot water in here out the hot tap, because I use that to clean, then it shrinks and seals the top on quite well. So one's for cleaning and one's for rinsing. Well, one's for fresh water and one's for cleaning the brushes. So I don't want quite so much coming out of that one. There we go. So, and this is for the bigger brush if I want to do a wash, which I've finally gotten around to thinking about. And I've got my spray there as well in case I need that. Full of wonderful Essex water. So, I'm going to start with some yellow, because it's the lightest one. Because it would be nice if I had a clean brush to start with. Well, it's going to be green then, isn't it?
After all of that.
Yeah, it's going to be green. It doesn't matter. It's only to see what happens when you put things together. So it's just going to be a wash. I find I'm inclined to do this sort of action. So to negate that becoming a pattern, turn your paper. So then you can get strokes going in a different direction. Right, so then I'm going to go into the what's that one? Cadmium scarlet or cadmium orange?
Do you have a kitchen towel handy?
Yes, I do.
Okay, just wondered.
Whole roll.
I might need to blow my nose later, so keep that
Okay,
handy.
well, reach in.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm going to put some orange in. I was thinking about it, but I think orange. Oh, no, wait a minute. I could use some burnt sienna. I'd like to use a bit of burnt sienna, I think. Just because I feel like it. Because it's a lightish brown, not too light. And I could use a bit of yellow ochre as well, in fact.
I like that color. It's like burnt sienna or raw sienna. Nobody knows how to cook right.
Yeah, that's the one. And I want a little bit of, I want this to be a smoother thing. Yeah. Right. Want it to blend in. Do with a little bit more of the yellow there to go to the edge. And now I'd like some of the yellow ochre, just to give it a bit more intensity in the yellow areas. So I'm keeping this quite light, you know, not very dark colours, in other words. That's what I mean by quite light. Right, I'm just going to go over this to blend everything in. I don't want any rough edges, not on this layer anyway. I want an actual backgroundy looking thing. Yeah, that's good enough. Some colours move into each other. Right, put that aside on the floor to dry for a bit. I'm not sure how long it takes to dry because I haven't got the fire on today. And the other thing was using the cling film. So let's get a nice bit of cling film. I've got to be able to get it off first, haven't I? White paper. That feels like an edge. And it is. Good Lord, I've picked the right area right to begin with. Good heavens. There we go. So let's have a whole piece, big enough so that we can squidge it up a bit and cut it off. I'm cutting because otherwise I'll stretch it when I try to tear across. So take this off. I'm going to do some greens and blues and probably some yellows as well. Just like before, only yellows. So I'll
Clean
get this line up.
brush.
Yeah. Definitely clean this time. Again with the water. Can I use some lime green? Right, put that back. And guess what colour I'm going to get out now?
Burnt sienna.
Nope. One of my favourites. Well, about my favourite, actually. Indigo.
We like indigo. I'm surprised you have any left there, woman.
Well, I got a new pan, so I've got some to. That's lovely, just on its own. That goes better in the green than it does in the yellow. Do you see that? Mind you, the green is newly put down.
Well, here's the thing: you have this beautiful new camera, you have a beautiful desktop, and you've got half or a part. There you go.
Sorry.
I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's operator error.
Yeah. Well, quite
Yes.
often, I can only blame the operator now.
Yeah. Yes, I did see that bloom, and I thought that was exciting. Look at that. I love that.
Well, it's probably going to disappear.
Russ just came out of the room and he's stuck. He said he's trying to figure out the light and chamber effect, something about a mirror.
A mirror.
Yeah, I can't figure out what they mean by something to do with a mirror.
Where is he?
Light and chamber?
There's a central chamber in the church, and you got to use the mirrored, something mirrored to see if you put it in the light in that chamber room, what happens. But it's like I put the only thing that I have any mirrored pieces on into the light, and it doesn't do anything.
Is that the chamber where you go in by changing the lens on your goggles?
I'm kidding.
And you can then go into the.
Some of them are a pain in the ass. That's all.
Into the chamber, yes.
Hold on. He didn't hear you. Hold on. I had you on headphones, so now he can hear you.
Is that where you've got that box on a plinth in the middle of the room, and you've got the figures in front of you? Is that where it is?
What?
In the middle of the room.
Of the church.
Oh, that's the key for the other door. I've been in it for a while. I just figured out the organ, so.
Oh, you've done as far as the organ. Oh, girl. That's the bit with the little ball, yeah?
The bit with the little ball?
Yeah, I got through the little ball.
Oh, because that took me forever, that bit.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt.
Oh, absolutely. I didn't like that at all.
Trying to figure out which keys to press in order for the ball to go the way you want it to.
He was playing weird music.
Yeah, it wasn't really music.
He put that headset away and he got the other headset out, and now he's playing Myst.
Oh, well, I don't know anything about Myst. Don't need to ask about that.
He has a routine these days.
sometimes.
Sometimes.
Okay, well that's that.
And
So
the thing
that's
is
now got
that
to go to dry. But before we do that, we put this on. We put some salt on, some nice crystals, wherever it's.
Salt and foil. You're off camera a little bit again.
Sorry, I didn't want it to get in the wet area
Yeah,
on the desk, so just clean that.
right. You should lay the kitchen towel roll up there. That way, if anything splatters over, the towel already grabs it. Makes a barrier. Isn't that beautiful what that salt does?
Mm-hmm. That's a big bit. I don't think I want that bit. Right. Now you put this on top.
Squish it all up.
Not much water there. It's cheap to put a bit more in.
Looks like fairy wings.
Uh-huh. That's nice. Trying to get the air out so that it's just the contact. Right, now that goes away to work away, so that probably won't be ready until tomorrow, but we'll have a look later. I doubt it, but you know. Put the top on the salt before the salt goes everywhere, because I would. Right. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, you beautiful piece of work.
Board. Let's try that with foil. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the chair in. Put the indigo. Oh, I might use the indigo. Let's try with these, see what happens. I think, seeing as I've got a thingamy, a dish, the right size, just the right size. I think I'm going to wash the top of this first.
You know, I was thinking I'd like to see some of these effects done on black watercolor paper.
Yeah. Well, I've got black watercolour paper. I'm just doing it on this one at the moment. Maybe next time. So, pick up some cobalt violet.
Push your pad up a little bit. There you go. Thank you.
There you go. Cobalt violet. Okay, cobalt violet. Let's leave that out just for now. What's this one? 38. Imperial violet. That's a lovely intense colour, isn't it? Rinse properly in the fresh. Malachite.
Another favorite color of mine,
Yeah, and
which
it's
I
going.
do not have, by the way.
Oh,
I'm going to get some.
you can buy them in single pans. I'm thinking about what I'm going to do when I get anywhere else to put the single pans.
Well, I've decided I'm going to get the Kuretake Art Nouveau
All right.
because I don't care if I get duplicates; they'll get used.
Was the malachite in that one? I can't remember. Let me have a look.
Ooh, maybe it's not. Maybe it's in the
It's not.
larger.
It's not in it.
Okay, never
It's in
mind.
that.
Then I'll go look for it
But you can
single.
get it on its own, you know.
Yeah, I think I will.
Right. Prussian, ultramarine, cobalt, cerulean. Well, I've got cobalt violet there. Maybe I should use the cobalt blue. I think it's a bit light. I think I want Prussian blue or indigo.
That's you've got that heavily saturated with the how many colors? 3 colors now?
Hmm.
Okay. Oh. Handy dandy technique.
It's running for the edge. No, you don't. Go the other way.
Wow.
It's not happy about bending the other way, is it? I think one more. So I think I'm getting away with it because one of these colours is very close to the other, and these two are quite close as well. Those are two violets. These are both this sort of darkness. That's enough, I think. Now foil. Without salt this time. Right, and I'm going to put a weight on it, I think. Try and keep it level to let things run into where they ought to run. I think so. A weight. Might be enough. There we go. So we'll leave that one again to sit. What have we got? Have we got anything that's dry? Oh, we've got that isn't dry. And we got that one that isn't dry. And we've got this one that isn't dry. No, we've got nothing dry. Uh-oh. No, that's the colour of the paper underneath. It's not flooding. Well, not flooding out anyway. Put this one down on top of that box over there. Where's the weight? Now, just how wet is this? Apart from being very in the middle. Me adding blue already. So that's already come off there. I got to put these back. Indigo. There we go. Got to be completely dry to do it. Beast.
I forget what colors those are. I know there's yellow.
It's the whatever this one is.
Okay.
Cad yellow it is. Cad yellow and cad orange. Oh no, cad yellow and burnt sienna.
Sienna. Yeah, okay.
And yellow ochre. That's what that was.
Yep, it's the yellow ochre that I forgot.
Yeah. Oh, is that the yellow ochre? No, that's the yellow ochre. That must be what happens to burnt sienna when it all runs away. Must be. So, all I've got left is some arches. We can have a go at something with the arches, just mucking about. I'm putting lots of colour down, see what happens. Gotta wait for that. Now, if I put the fire on, maybe it would have dried. I've not used the arches yet. I've been scared to, but I don't give a doodles. So now let's not wet the paper this time. We'll do something different. Well, I'm going to use malachite again, so it won't be all that different.
So I looked, and the Arches is the best recommended paper for the Kuretake because it holds the paint longer.
Oh, we'll find out.
Better, yeah.
I think I'm going to need another really clean water pot. So that one's so filthy.
Okay, what it says is it recommends because it absorbs the Kuretake Gansai well enough to allow for layering instead of lifting where dry layers get erased or smudged too easily. So that's why this is better.
Okay.
Because the more water you use, the less light fast it is.
Uh-huh.
So if you do layering with less water each time, it holds it better.
Okay. I'm just trying to clean up this pan that's got rather a lot of green in it that it shouldn't
Yeah.
have. So
Oh, I wasn't saying do it. I was just explaining.
Yeah. Can you say it again? I'll see if I can take it in this time.
Okay. Well, hold on. Let me find the page and I'll say it correctly. It absorbs the Arches cold press, absorbs the paint well enough to allow for layering instead of lifting. So if you try lifting, you've got dry layers that get erased or they get smudged easily. So the cold press allows for layering, and layering with Kuretake is best. If you use too much water for just per layer, it's not as light fast, and that's a decision. That's a personal decision. But the more water you use, the less light fast it is. So if you use less water per layer, it comes out better.
Well, I'm putting some layer there, but it's mixing quite a lot. My handies is filthy.
You're off camera a little bit.
Oops. There you go. Getting a fresh one.
Good colors. They remind me of a waterfall.
What is that one? That one is turquoise blue. Well, why not? I like a nice turquoise blue, so let's give it a go. In fact, let's take it out and give it a go.
Somehow with the greens and the blues, that yellow still seems to dominate.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. I'm just making a comment. The malachite kind of got
Swamped out a bit, yeah.
yeah, a little bit.
Light, isn't it, when it dries? Now, I've got ultramarine there. I've got Prussian blue there. I want Prussian blue, I think. I want Prussian blue. Yes, I wanted Prussian blue. Exactly what I wanted. Yes.
Fabulous.
I like that.
Yeah, I do
I don't know
too.
why. I just suddenly felt like doing something a bit dramatic over the yellow. That's not bad. Sometimes you don't want indigo. Sometimes you want Prussian blue. Now that's different. It's not anything in particular. It may become something. It may never become anything.
Well, I always like when you come back on a piece like this and add the gold or copper or just mark making, you know, with your micron and your white dots and lines and
I
circles.
just wish I was better at adding ships or
Adding what?
somebody's ships
Oh,
or somebody's face or the eye of a cat or something. I don't know. I like abstract. I want to go towards abstract, and I love these feathery bits here. I think they're marvelous. But I've seen some Jean Haines stuff where, frankly, she's just amazing.
push it up a little bit. There you go.
Yeah. We have got floods.
That's quite nice. I like
But
that.
that's on board. That's it. No, it's not. It's not on board. It's the arches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the
All
arches.
has got a weight on it. Yeah.
It took all that paint very nicely.
Yeah. Look, it's not even a block, and it's practically flat.
That's what I said about the 100% cotton arches, cold pressed arches with the Kiritaki.
But don't forget, I wasn't putting lots of sprayed water on, so.
Well, that's true. And you did wet it completely first, though, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I deliberately didn't.
This is true. You didn't really saturate it with a lot of water like the other two. Well, the other two you had to put foil and plastic on too.
Yeah.
So you wanted some movement. And now you're going to do it?
Just in some places. So I've got something happening there. I've got a bit happening here, but not here or there. Nothing happening here, but some there. Nothing here, but a bit there. And I've got some dry brush there as well. So that's pretty good. I like that. And I've got that lovely little cloud forming there.
There's your thumbnail.
So there you go. So we'll have to see what happens with the others later.
Should I come back?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. I love that.
the controller. So there we go. We'll say this is the end of this stream.
Bye-bye.
So,
Bye-bye.
or recording. Bye-bye all. Bye-bye all.
Bye-bye.
Look at them grubby fingers.